Natomiast ludzie, to jest Monster i zapraszam was do kolejnego odcinka z gry Ash of Steel, chyba 16 odcinek, więc ruszajmy na audiencję u naszego gubernatora. To jak widzicie, to mamy dostęp do górnego miasta, które jest, wejście jest nad tym targowiskiem. Tu.
Oh, it's Tristan!
Patrzę od razu, czy ktoś ma tu imię, jakieś misje czy coś, ale nie. Ty.
Forgive me, for the one's sake, I'm really sorry.
No harm done. It seems you are in a hurry.
Yes, I have a meeting with the governor.
Then I am afraid I must disappoint you. The governor is currently discussing a dispatch from the capital with with the head of the council. He is not seeing anyone.
Oh. Will he be long?
That I do not know. But I can lead you there, lest you accidentally knock anyone else down. Not everyone here is as sturdy as me.
Yes. Thank you. And again, I'm sorry.
No harm done. I am Lord Darcy, of House Askai. What is your name, young lord?
Tristan. And I'm not a lord.
Look at that.
Especially not to someone
You
from
are in
your
luck.
noble house.
They're just finishing up. I won't keep you any longer.
Why do you wear a mask?
Because in my youth, I managed to learn the cost of waking up amidst a house fire. The flames already melting my face and burning my lungs.
What a nightmare.
Unfortunately, the war between our houses gave rise to many such stories. You might laugh, but on Meor, I am considered one of the lucky ones.
I don't find such things amusing, my lord.
Well, you may find the humor in them soon enough. Laughter often smooths over the harshest moments, Tristan.
You mentioned the council.
The head of the council, yes. The Council of Elders has long assisted the rulers of Greyshaft. Unfortunately, when Ratwald came to power, they lost significant status. Now only Melan, head of the council, has a voice in the governor's ear. Although many would call it more of a half-whisper.
It was nice to meet you.
And you, Tristan. And you.
Unthinkable. And that is their decision. I hope the Astartians realize my mines will soon resemble slave pits.
May I remind you, Governor, that you are talking about the will of the king. I pray that the One will watch over you and that he'll place more careful words in your mouth.
Esteemed Council Head, without a doubt we are all applying our best efforts towards the kingdom's prosperity. But as I see it, not everyone understands the scale of the responsibility.
Let us discuss this matter at another time. You appear to have a guest.
Leave us. Tristan of Astarte, how wonderful of you to accept my summons.
Your Excellency.
Please, no need to stand on ceremony. The governor's castle is far removed from the royal palace. You may address me as Lord Ratwold. Well then, Tristan, how are you enjoying Greyshaft? Nothing like the capital island, wouldn't you agree?
Certainly. But I got used to it quickly.
Oh yes, I've heard. Although I'll be so bold as to say it was probably much easier to adapt under the banner of the Order.
Yes, you're... Lord Ratwold. The knights gave me a warm welcome. I recently earned a new rank.
Oh, those brave warriors. They certainly don't miss their chance, do they? Found themselves a promising young man and started promoting him right away.
Is that what you think?
Of course, my dear Tristan. Many of your brothers have been cleaning rusty swords for years just to climb even one step up the Order's ladder. But you must have done something special for your Order, am I right?
I beg your pardon?
One above, it's much too soon. Surely the Order didn't really think your little trick would go unnoticed. I may have plenty to concern myself with, but I always know what's happening on my island. I'm talking about the High Fort, of course, which you presumptuously appropriated.
We didn't... I was told it was the abandoned fort.
Oh, spare me the peasant jargon. The High Fort was so named back in the time of the Prime Striders. Why did your faction decide it was yours to take? And I know you played more than just a minor role in it. But I'm not angry at all. In fact, part of me is grateful that you drove those unwanted guests out. Plus, you uncovered a conspiracy and punished the ringleader. That is impressive. If only I could find such a talented vassal.
Your Excellency.
Again with the excellency. In any case, I understand. The Order has most likely become like a second home to you.
Lord Ratwold.
Think nothing of it. And now, as my late mentor used to say, always playing first violin can be detrimental. Although you answered my summons, you did not come with guards at your back. That tells me you wish to ask me something.
You are an incredibly perceptive man, Lord Ratwold.
To business, my friend.
I've heard the supply of ore has been disrupted. If there are problems in the mines, the Order could most certainly...
Vultures.
I beg your pardon?
It's still too soon. By the way, I'm not at all surprised that everyone knows about it. Rumours have always been a hot-selling commodity on my island. Is that really all you want to know? I can't imagine you came all this way just to ask about those wretched mines.
Do you have plans to open more bordellos?
What?
Trust me, I'm embarrassed to even ask, but one of my brothers...
Aren't Order Knights supposed to be paragons of chastity when it comes to innocent women?
Strictly speaking, these women aren't particularly innocent.
You can tell your brother that once the blight ends, 2 new bordellos will open in the first ring and another in the Bountiful Quarter.
Thank you, Lord Ratwold. I'll pass that on to him.
Well then, Tristan, I believe we can speak plainly. Unfortunately, the problems in my mines that you mentioned are in fact real. There have been no deliveries for quite some time now. However, I've heard reports that the miners have not returned home either. Additionally, official word from Astarte is that they won't continue to buy our ore at the previous price. Can you imagine? The royal sycophants want us to send it to them all for free! Unthinkable! Besides, we can't even bargain if the product itself is missing. And this is where I require your help.
What must I do?
Take this paper. It will grant you passage into the mines. I'd like you to conduct a thorough inspection. Figure out what's interrupting the supply, then come back and tell me. Even a loyal servant of the Order is first and foremost a citizen of the Kingdom of the Seven. And, as the Kingdom's representative on Greyshaft, I'm giving you a direct order. Your commanders dare not challenge it. Unless they want to be accused of treason, that is.
You can count on me, Lord Ratwold.
I hope so, my friend. I do very much hope so. Now go, Tristan. Meeting you has been quite enlightening.
No to może idziemy do czada, zdamy mu raport, pójdziemy do kopalni. To sobie skończymy pierwszą część odcinka, potem ja się przejdę do cmentarza koło domu Irwina i stąd zaczniemy sobie drugą część, żeby ominąć podróż.
How the depths do you lot drink this stuff?
Co ja właściwie zapitoliłem? 44, 120, szansa. Cena krwi i broni jednoręczna. Czy to sztylet, czy jako to jest jako miecz? A, sztylecik, dobra. Ale na szczęście to jest legenda, to mogę ulepszyć... legendarny ekwipunek i mogę ulepszyć dzięki temu legendę bardziej, więc nie będę narzekał. Ja chcę już powoli mieć 4. rozdział, bo w 4. rozdziale będę miał możliwość szybkiego podróżowania w końcu. Oczywiście o ile to działa, bo już tu ta gra jest tak zbugowana, że mam wrażenie, że tu połowa rzeczy nie działa jak należy. Moje drugie pytanie brzmi, czy czado dorwę tutaj w bazie. Jeśli dorwę, to nie będę się obrażał.
The weather's cleared up.
Dobra.
I spoke to Ratwald.
How did it go?
He gave me written permission to inspect the mines.
Is this a jest?
No. Seems he'd like to know what sort of kierza is going on there.
Things are turning out better than I expected.
What now?
Do what the governor told you to do. Go to the mines and look around. Find out why they've stopped supplying ore. And another thing.
Yes?
Just before your summons came, I sent Lutzo on a scouting mission.
To the mines?
Exactly. And he hasn't returned.
Understood. I'll try and find him.
Be careful. The One watches over us, of course. But he prefers to see us handle things ourselves, rather than intervene.
Comrade in arms.
Bones are aching again. Been trying all sorts of ointments. Nothing helps.
Hey, look. It's one of...
Okej, wracam do was. Widzicie, jestem koło cmentarza, dokładnie mówiąc między cmentarzem a wieżą strażniczą. I lecimy tutaj, żeby dojść do kopalni. Ja też rozbiłem obóz, zjadłem i wypocząłem, żeby mieć wszystkie już staty na maksa. Z bonusami. I od razu bym zakończył questa związanego.
Stop! No entry!
Why not? Is the mine closed?
It's in perfect working order, and to keep it that way, I have orders not to let anyone in.
I have permission to pass freely.
Oh,
Signed by Governor Ratwald himself. Let me in.
well, in that case, let him through.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Not so fast. Here, take this.
What is it?
Something I'd like you to give to a good friend of mine. His name's Bottrops. He's one of us. You won't say no, will you?
Don't close the gate too tightly. I'll be back soon.
Of course. Don't dally.
Dobra. Tylko sprawdźcie z Lucio od razu. Bo może Lucy coś mi jakieś informacje da. Tu nie wejdę, tu go nie widzę, a przed też go nie widziałem. Nie, zdawało mi się, że to była jakaś ruszona ziemia, ale mi się zdawało tylko. No dobra. Gdzie Lucja zniknął, to ja nie mam pojęcia. What? Nie chce mi się kopać.
Another mouse in the trap.
Hello. I'm here on orders from Ratwald. He has a letter signed by him.
Let me take a look. How very interesting. Well, you came here freely. Oh, you'll have to turn in your weapons. We had the honour of a visit from an Order Knight recently.
You could say that honour is doubled now. I'll be keeping my weapons by authorization of Greyshaft's governor.
Oh, well, suit yourself. We have plenty of cages. Make yourself at home for now.
Thanks. I'll pass. I'm just going to walk around a bit and then head back.
Aren't you a funny one? You won't be going back. We're under quarantine. The miners dug up some sort of contaminant, and everyone's sick. We sent a messenger with a report, but he hasn't returned. But we did have a visit from the city guards, and they closed the gate. Said orders were to sit on our arses and wait for help, and that if anyone tried to force their way out, they'd fill them with arrows like a pincushion. So we're waiting.
Wait, what do you mean? I have a...
That's all I have to say. Chatting isn't one of my duties. Try talking to Bottrops. He's over there by the fire.
What happened with that Order Knight?
It's not the most interesting story. In short, we didn't end up on friendly terms. You could talk to him if you want. He's down below. Well,
What are your duties?
I keep accounts. What's your name?
Tristan. And you?
Tristan. Noted. I'm Crate.
Aha. Widzę, że znów można będzie podpierdolić kilka rzeczy. A jedną najważniejszą rzecz chcę zrobić, mianowicie tu i tu. Dzięki temu mam całą mapę mam i mam więcej możliwości punktowe. Czyli niby jak będę kradł rzeczy, to powinien mieć 25 doświadczenia, jak zgaduję, tak? Chyba nie takich drobnych rzeczy. Dobra. Górnik. Tutaj coś było do zebrania chyba, albo do kopnięcia. Do kopnięcia, okej. Tyś jak mieć na imię? A.
Charming.
New guy, huh? What's your name?
Tristan.
I'm Bottrops, captain of the guards in these mines.
I have something for you. The guard at the gate asked me to give you this.
Ah, Melod, let me have it.
I'm here on orders from Ratwald.
And?
Can you tell me what's going on here?
There's a lot I could tell you about that.
Tell me more.
As you can see, these are mines. And you know who I am. You should also know the man who runs things. His name is Zarif. You can call him the Baron if you want. He likes that.
And is that it?
Be thankful you got even that much. If you want to know about anything else, I'm always glad to chat. It's just... my throat's so dry.
What can I get you? Beer? Rye?
No, to the depths with the strong stuff. Bring me some water, then we'll talk.
How unexpected. Here you go.
Ha! Fantastic. Now listen, this mine's a big one, but almost dead. The ore was starting to dry up even before the last blight. Things are really bad now. We'd be laughing stocks on basalt with the paltry amount of ore we produce. And do you know why?
All right. Surprise me.
First, bring me another bottle.
So, what's the problem with the ore?
The mines like being treated well. When the miners are skilled and the tools are high quality. When new derricks are built and the old ones are fixed right. But these people? Ugh! Found themselves a handful of vagabonds, gave out bent up old pickaxes and said, "Get to mining." And what am I supposed to do with that? I'll tell you, if you bring me another bottle.
So, how do you make things work?
It wasn't me exactly. It was Zarif's idea and I just helped. Ended up becoming head of the guards. We started enforcing a special quota. A real miner's quota, so to speak, and started demanding the miners meet it. It was harsh, as it should be. Anyone who complained got it beat out of them, and if that didn't work, we showed them the door. Now, it's not quite so simple to show them the door, but you know what the most interesting part is?
Let me guess. You'll tell me for more water.
No, it was just a question. But since you're offering, I won't say no.
All right. Let's hear the interesting stuff.
Well, the most interesting part is that the workers actually liked the situation. The bloody fools thought being treated like cattle was just good discipline. Those imbeciles. Can you imagine?
I can. So, who's who around here?
Like I said, Zarif is the one in charge. He's our government, priest, judge, and god all in one. Me and Kreit are here at the top for now. Maintaining ties with the outside world, so to speak. He greets the newcomers, and I say a few nice words. There was Thancred too, but we won't talk about that.
Not even for another bottle?
No. That's off limits. But I'll tell you something else, if you want to bring more water, sure.
So you have more to tell?
Oh, do I ever. You asked who's who? I could talk about that for ages. There are more of us down below, of course. The miners need watching, especially now. Blad, for example. A real hardened son of a bitch. And eats out of Zarif's hand. Basically, he's the only one who can command him, which is fine by me. Getting involved with him is like wading through deep shite. And the others? Well, you can probably guess what I want.
Sure, of course. Tell me about the others.
The other guards are all under my command. You should introduce yourself to Hogan. He's old by our standards, so he was our trader, right in the mines. Everyone likes a trader, so he's well respected and gets along with everyone. Oh, he's also one of the few men who've been to the lower levels and come back in one piece.
Anyone else?
Roth is a good man, reliable, efficient, a hardened veteran, one of the royal men of war. Soon as he gets to drinking, he starts bragging that he killed the highest-ranking lord during the Stormwind's War. If you ask me, he's telling tall tales. But he's earned the right.
Anyone else?
Vincent, my right-hand man. Smart, clever, but has a weak spot for gambling. It'll kill him someday. Tricked Hogan out of his wares a few times. He wanted revenge, of course, but I took care of things. Vincent is useful. Good at finding the miners' secret stashes. He hasn't reported in a few days, so we should have a good lead for me soon.
Is that all the guards?
Almost. There's Zizzy too, a big mountain of a man. Came here from Tentaris. Doesn't know our language all too well, so I usually just show him where to strike. And he sure strikes hard.
So it's only guards and miners here? Don't you choke in your sleep?
No, it's nothing. We did have a physician, knew his stuff. But one day he gave Zarif an answer he didn't want to hear, and my men had to pay him a visit. They gave the physician a good thrashing, but overdid it a little. Those bookish types are always so fragile. So, anyways, he died.
One forgive us. So now we're all sick, and there's no physician around.
What else can you tell me?
Well, I haven't got to the workers yet. First, there's Thorst, the most amazing miner I've ever set eyes on. Like the 7 and the 1 all kissed him on the forehead. And he's no idiot either. Knows his trade well. Finds new veins, meets his quota by the book. If he ever decided to go to Basalt, he'd be heads above anyone there. I'd bet my right arm on it. Would be a right pity if he were to die here.
Are the other miners all hopeless then?
None of them are particularly good workers. There's one old man who never puts down the bottle. All my guts would have rotted away by now in his place, but he's just fine. And there's a bunch of younger ones. Usually end up here out of their own foolishness. Oh, and there was this one pair. Do you know what they did?
Of course I don't.
And you won't find out unless you bring me more water. Thought I'd tell you everything just like that.
So, what is there to tell about that pair?
The young fellows. They came here trying to complete some sort of trial. Imagine that. Said they were hunting a certain mushroom. No skin off my back. I'll let them search. But the tunnel out of the mine collapsed. And, well, there were 2 of them. And now there's 1.
Did those 2...
To the depths with them. I'll tell you about someone else instead. A right odd boy. Right odd indeed. First, he lied his way past the guards at the gate. Then Krite. Then me. Then Zarif. One as my witness. Never met a more clever, sneaky bastard than that one. And we have our fair share of clever fellows.
You were telling me about the clever men around here.
Ah, yes! We had a researcher come recently, right from the second island. Couldn't tell you what made him want to leave, but in any case, he's stuck here now. He keeps busy though. After work, he's always mixing something in his vials, decanting. What can I say? He's not from around here. We have an even more interesting outsider though.
An outsider? From where?
He won't tell us where he's from.
What do you mean?
I mean what I said. We'd ask him if he was from Nemes, or maybe Center. Never heard of him, he'd say. I'm not from your lands. He's clearly lying. How does he know our language then, And that's what he says, no matter what you ask him. I understand. At least he's not as stupid as a certain someone here.
That's really annoying, you know.
You're not the one being made to flap your jaw. What are you complaining about?
Fine. Who's the stupid one?
Ha! This one fellow who came here to earn some coin to buy his wife a gift. Kept saying how strong his feelings for her were. Stronger than anything. And we told him that while he was breaking his back here slaving away, she was almost certainly flitting around to other nests.
I'm sure that hurt.
Who cares? He's a slimy one anyways. But even he's no match for this other man. The one in shackles. I've seen him fight.
So you chain people up here?
When we have to. This one's a champion after all. You should have seen the things he did to his arena opponents. A real monster.
How'd he end up here?
Overstepped, most likely. It happens. Say one wrong thing to someone. Look at someone the wrong way. And suddenly you're no champion anymore. Just a stinking miner. You can tell he's an odd one just looking at him. Even built himself his own privy, see?
Seems like you're slowing down. What? Out of stories already?
Right you are. You dragged everything out of me. One last thing I'll say is that Angel is the fellow in charge of all the miners. No complaints. He runs things as best he can. There's Korf too, our blacksmith. If something's broken, he can make it more broken. I haven't told you about our cook. He's a strange one, but harmless. Feeds us well enough. So, thanks for the water. Just make sure you don't go thirsty yourself.